Can't catch a break. Gonna have to bring the rook here then. But then we bring the rook there, then he's putting the check on the king. We could get his queen off the board. Just noticed. So we've got a check on the king from our queen, so we get his queen off the board. So no longer is the attack going in. He can take the rook if he wants. Let's get this queen off the board. He does have more pieces to... Oh, and they've resigned. Excellent. 30 minutes and 5-second game. Let's just push the pawn and block. Develop the knight. It's very fast-paced. So get the bishop out. Currently, it feels like it's the bad bishop because the pawns in the centre are currently occupying white squares. Open the dark square bishop. They're moving very quickly, so they're obviously used to it. I think they are wanting us to do this because they're wanting to strike first blood, but they're going to be utilising the half-open file, especially with this queen move that's just happened here, to start targeting the area with the bishops if we castle on the king side. So it's nice doubling the pawns. But we're basically giving them access to our king with the half-open file. As we said, this is happening. Do we want to do that knowing that that is the case? Taking and doubling the pawns, it is a weakness, but they can turn it into a strength. And then we're spending the rest of the game just defending off their attack. The key thing to remember is it hasn't happened yet. We're looking future tense that they potentially could do all of that stuff. And we can castle and we can defend our king area. We know there'll be pressure coming towards the king. At least we know which direction of travel they're coming in. So it does give us that aspect of not control, but at least we know what's happening. Do we want to put ourselves in that danger zone? No, it might not be dangerous. The opponent may not apply it like a computer. All we know is that they will have access to our king. Do we think about castling on the queen side then? Do we not bother actually taking the knight and just leave it there like this and let it jump in? Things to think about. They've done this on purpose. They've moved there very quickly, so it looks like they're used to this sort of scenario. Obviously, they'll be looking to queenside castle and then start firing their tools down. Things to think about. The positives, I'm just going to go with the positives, is that it's doubling the pawns, creating a weakness. We're striking first blood. Going to look to see if we can just take this off the board. We are simply taking it off the board. We know what's going to be happening. We know they want to go queenside castling. We still can go queenside castling ourselves. We can take this. Going to take this pawn whilst we're thinking. We will attack the bishop while we're thinking. The thinking aspect is, are we queenside castling or kingside castling? If we reduce down more pieces, because we are the thinking of how they get in there, but it's not disturbing that because we'll take this off the board and their pawn will take, then the bishop still has this attack coming towards here. So they've actually moved the bishop. Gone protecting the pawn, didn't need to do that, but right. So the next thing is, do we just hit the bishop and send it to where it wants to go, or do we develop the knight? Try and make space for potential queenside castling if we're going to go down that route. Let's just get the knight out. So in the back of my head, I feel like I've done stuff to help circumvent the initial type of trauma of them taking advantage of the half-open file, putting pressure on our king. Tail of the tape is we've got two knights, they've got two bishops. Really, we should be probably plumping for a locked down position with the bishops. We could come here because obviously they're going to jump here. Momentarily, it's blocked by their own pawn. We could attack, but then their bishop can take. We can't come here. So I think we'll just attack the bishop. And see how quickly they've gone there. We know all about all of this. It's whether we can do anything about it. Queen can come and sit here. It's not really hitting anything per se. Can come here. It's hitting this pawn. So I think we'll drive here because it's hitting this pawn. It's also hitting this pawn as well. Whilst they're busy going to be dropping their pawn, ready for the bishop to take this pawn here. So I think that's what they'll do, drop on. We'll take this, we'll be on their rook. They have to do something. The rook comes here, owning the file, attacking the pawn. So it might not be too... Oh, he's already gone there. So he's already attacking. So we could castle queenside, or I think we're probably going castling on the... Sorry, kingside. I think we're going on the queen side, but they look like they're waiting for either way, don't they? So come here. Heart square bishop. It's not too frightening. We could just take the pawn. In the meantime, which one is better? Taking this one or taking this one? This one's still protecting the pawn. And then the bishop is probably going to hit it, but the knight's got defense. So we can move back. Oh, looks like we get this for... Oh, have we fallen into something? There's no x-rays with his bishops. Oh, and they've resigned. Not laying out much hope on this particular game, but we will give it a try. Let's just hit the centre. Going to attack the king. Take the bishop off the board. It is a classical game. It's not blitz or rapid play or anything like that. I think we can safely go and castle, because if we're going to be pushing this pawn, the queen is going to be putting checks on. So going to push through onto the centre. Sfianchettoed. Going to do the bishop blocker. And let's have a look. We could do this to even up the pawns, or we can take with the knight and keep a pawn majority on the edge. Bringing it in the centre seems like we're attempting to go for a draw. Bringing the knight here, in my head, feels like we're attempting to go for some sort of win. But if we do that, we are giving them more pawns in the centre. So we might think we've got a pawn majority on this side, but they've got a pawn majority centrally. Let's just go with simple, basic stuff then, and go for the attempt at a draw first, and then if there's anything from there, we could push this pawn onto the knight. Pawn takes, pawn takes. And then, so if that goes like that, doesn't have to take, the knight probably moves, maybe. Looking to put some more pressure on the pawn. So then we can take the pawn. Obviously it takes back. Could get a check on the king. But maybe it goes, no, we're going to take. And at which point we've got a dilemma. We can take and attack the knight. Knight takes. Pawn takes. It's on the knight. Queen takes. Rook takes. Knight moves, attacking the pawn. And we've only got one piece that can come and defend that, which would be the bishop. And he's got a 2-on-1 on there. So potentially lose out, don't we? We end up being a pawn down, don't we, from that? Do we just bring the knight out? Just develop a piece before we think about doing that sort of stuff. I think that was 4-move calculation, wasn't it? Maybe? I think so. Bring the castle in next. We're trying to manage the centre. So now, again, going to bring this bishop out. So at least we've developed a piece now. We're attacking. It's doing something. It's got a purpose. And then we may start considering this if they don't beat us to the punch. Queen's down, always for the b-pawn. It's attacking the centre as well, but it's attacking the b-pawn. Simple this, but this knight's got no protection. Hit the knight. We've got a piece under attack, so we're going to lose that pawn. If we did do this with smaller pieces attacking a higher piece. And then that moment goes when he takes, so there's no more threat there. But then we hit the knight again, a smaller piece is still attacking the higher piece. And it's at that point where we said the knight can come here. And he's got a 2-on-1 with the bishop and the knight on the pawn. We could then bring the bishop here to defend. So that's got enough, but then he's got 3 pieces on there actually. He's got knight, knight, and the bishop. He's got 3 pieces. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so we'd still be losing out in that continuation. I can't make it work. It's not going to work. So we may as well do this, but the queen is coming down for the knights. A better move. Knight can hit the queen. He just hits the knight. I bet you I'm missing something. This bishop has got a horrible x-ray through. So I'm going to bring the rook here. I'm going to bring the rook here. Just based off of that. After all of that calc. So that's not working. So he's going to blast down now, but that's not working. So do we do this instead? It's because he's got 3 pieces. He'll have 3 pieces on there. We've only got 1 that is there, which is the knight. We then could bring the bishop, but it's 3 against 2. It's not going to work. Now, I think we could attack the queen. But like we said, he can hit the knight. Let's forget that one for now. Get the rook here, supporting. So we've got we're trying, but we're going to be too late to the party, so we can expect to do this type of thing. So I'm going to bring the rook here, supporting the pawn. if it's forgotten, we will have the availability of 3 pieces to be on there, but how would we be behind? Boom, takes, there. No, he's beating us to the punch. Yep, which we expected, but we were planning. So we could take, and he simply takes. I think he'll take with the knight though, because he's wanting to trade down, isn't he? Takes. Could go either way. Bishop attacking the queen. Just push past, locking everybody in, especially this nasty bishop. I think pushing past feels better because we're doing this, we're opening up stuff for them, aren't we? I think we're going to just push past and look to see if there's any touches on the bishop, maybe. But babysitting pawns is not what the rooks are for. He's jumped there anyway. What is the deal? So bang. Wanting to jump here, we take. Not quite sure what the knight move is at this point, which means I am falling into some tactical stuff, does it not? Could move the knight. Queen's attacking the knight. Might forget. Smaller piece attacking the higher piece. Where is he going with the knight? Is it not about the knight? Is it about this knight replicating or something? Or is the bishop attacking? Bishop could attack there. No, he couldn't do. I'm not sure. So we could either get a bit arty and move the knight because the queen is attacking the knight, or we can just simply hit it with the pawn. Because currently this knight is defending the bishop, but the bishop's not under attack. It's just supporting. Could do that. Where's the knight going? Just going back again. And then we've dishevelled our knight for nothing because it's not really going anywhere. Don't know what the knight's doing, so we'll go with the smaller piece attacking the higher piece. Is there some... Oh, man, after all that... After all that, I saw it. Oh, it's so stupid. Oh, that's such a rookie thing. It's unbelievable. Oh, give me strength. After all that. Oh, look how fast they're moving now. Could have just taken with the bishop. Oh, I'm flustered up now. Flustered up. Looks like they're losing the knight or the queen or something or whatever. So we've ended up +1 out of that. That was a bit crazy. Oh, that's so stupid. I cannot believe I didn't see that after all that chit-chat. So they're urgently moving super speedy now, so we just need to hang back, I think. It's got all of this stuff hitting the bishop and stuff. Try and own the file, maybe with the rook. Strangely, we ended up a minor piece up out of that, but we're down pawns somewhere. Is it down a pawn? If they're going to start finding fantastic positions now. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've got 2 pawns, so it's a minor piece for... Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 2 pawns for a minor piece. Yeah. Which is doable as well. Some players do play like that. Where's he going? He's looking for this. Long pause. He's looking for that. That's why he's jumped there. Move the rook. Then hit the knights. Maybe. Something. So what have we got? There's lots of little things that are going to start happening. Pawn moves, just jamming us in. Right, okay. Let's deal with what is actually happening. So he's actually moved the pawn. He's stopped us from going there. Let's hit the knight like we said. So we want to move this knight really because we want to try and get to the back, but he's just going to exchange the rooks off, I think. Anything else? Would look to try and secretly double them up. And then move the knight. Okay, let's try and just get them and then move. Got me on there because, yeah, exactly. Because I said right at the very beginning, I wasn't really expecting to shine in this game for reasons I'm not going to say. Yes, these small moves are just going to start sending us back. So bishop here. Could do this baiting some more. Drops, drops, drops there. May as well just come all the way back here. He's going to be looking to double himself. Give me strength. Let's hit this rook. Hit this rook. Oh, you're joking me. Don't let them stack. Oh, I said this is not going to be a good game. I said, let's just hit the rook. Center of the board. It's got no place being there. Take time. Take time. Take time. Let's grab the rook. This is not opening up anytime soon. Attack the knight, maybe, or attack the pawn. It's not defended, is it? Attack the rook, maybe. Just get the rook off the board. Yeah, let's attack the rook. Rather than being fancy and arty, trying to get a pawn that's really not going anywhere at the minute. Let's take, and we've got to check on the king. Attack the knight, but it's escaping, is it? Maybe it comes here. Let's attack the knight. Attacking the pawn. I didn't expect to be getting this type of result against this player, actually. Yes, he's dropped here. We can take the pawn with them facing their king, x-raying through, but are we giving... Our knight is protecting this pawn. Oh, sorry. Protecting him from attacking this pawn. But he could do a dumb pawns pass, but the rook is available. So take the pawn. Take. and he's done exactly what we thought he potentially was going to do. This is blocking their bishop, which is good. And they've resigned.